Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Panda Photographer. Let's talk about the Neewer Q3 update in 2024. Should you still buy the Q3 version 2? My answer is no. So disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by Neewer. I bought a couple of products from Neewer. Some of them failed, some of them did not survive no more than 6 months. And the Q3 also was part of that problem, dying within 6 months or a year within use. So with that said, everyone, I've been using these since 2023. I was actually the first person to actually do a proper assessment and review on these. And basically at the time of my review during the pandemic, Neewer did not know, Michael at the time that was working for Neewer, did not know they even had these on sale at the time on Amazon. So disclaimer everyone, I purchased this with my own money. And then we had an issue that they died and Neewer replaced them with these two. And are they still working? Yes, but I'm using it for Canon. Keep in mind everyone, they do have it for Sony, Nikon, and Fuji. But do I recommend these strobes? No, because there have been some inconsistencies with other users reaching out to me as I've been the first publisher of this product. So Neewer, disclaimer, this is my honest review. As a professional photographer that does portraits, landscapes, astrophotography, long exposures, I used your system for quite some time. And then I just stopped using it because it's been giving me very inaccurate colors. Sometimes it's too cool. And then I can't control the temperature. And I feel like if I was to compare this to Godox, Godox has a warmer color feel to its lighting. This has a cooler temperature, in my opinion. So with that said everyone, battery life does last a long time. And I just want you guys to know, I haven't used these in over a year since I did my last photo shoot with Michael from Chicago. And they still work. As you can see, still work. But I just feel like Neewer should have responded with the new version of these Q3s with a bare bulbs instead of a Fresnel head. These Fresnel heads are not the greatest. So Neewer, I do apologize for what I'm about to say, but your Fresnel heads are really bad. Not only that they overheat, but people have complained about overheating within months and it dying on them within months. Have you fulfilled their obligation as customers? They gave you a chance to use your product and your products fail. And that's the question that a lot of people are questioning Neewer to this day about their flash systems. Are they reliable? Do they have tech support? In the beginning of the Q3 system, everyone, these did not have tech support. There was no support for 2.5 years until I pushed it for software updates. Mind you, they just released the software back in 2021, 2022. So with that said, everyone, they do work. I just feel like they're just too cool when taking portraits. They're not accurate when you want to set up Kelvin temperature in your camera. They're not accurate. So when it comes to that color temperature, they fail in that department, just fail. But overall, they do fail when it comes to hardware because they do get hot. After 10 bursts, 20 bursts, it gets very warm to the touch. So with that said, everyone, the controller is awesome, even though I joked on it at first because it looks like a Star Trek intercom, Spock. You see how I'm holding it? But I wouldn't recommend them because it's not a Fresnel, it's a Fresnel head. It's not a bare bulbs. Bare bulbs, you have more light spread, more control, more accurate light output. These are not quite as accurate, but who's going to nitpick on your portraits unless you compensate for them, which you can, but that's the problem about compensating with that light. Because these Q3 systems do get hot to the touch and they tend to overheat. Like my first two, it overheat and just died. But with that said, everyone, they do have what they call a RI scanner, which picks up a sensor from another flash. So if you're using this in a slave mode, it would sense the flash, because that flash is so intense, it will pick it up, and you can use these as slave, which I demonstrated in a Chicago photo shoot back in 2021 during the pandemic in Chicago. So with that, tell everyone, do I recommend them still? No. I said go with Godox. Even though at first Godox was pretty bad as well, but Godox improved so much over the years. But I definitely recommend going for a Godox if you can afford a Godox. If you cannot afford a Godox, I would say, listen, take your gamble and do your research on these strobes, because these strobes can cost a lot of money. Mind you, they still sell this strobe for almost $250, and it dies within a year. So with that said, everyone, I just got these replacements back in 2021. I used it very few times in 2022. So it goes to show that I don't have trust in the Neewer system. So with that said, everyone, take it with a grain of salt. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch my channel and do your own assessment on the products that I review. I'm the Panda Photographer. Please do support the channel. I got links to my affiliate, Sunway Photo, if you want to purchase some of the gear that I'm using for the lighting from Sunway Photo. So with that said, everyone, eat, sleep, photography, videography, portrait, and repeat. Pick the right flash, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.